Greetings, my name is Blaze, and I've come to grips with the fact that I live in a fantasy world. It's never occurred to me to treat people differently based upon how they look, based upon their sex, based upon their sexual preference, based upon their skin color, based upon their religion. It never occurred to me that that is as much of an issue these days as it once was once upon a time. Interestingly enough, today is Beltane, 2019, May 1st, Beltane. Beltane is one of the seasonal holidays and festivals that has to do with essentially celebrating life. It is the Day of Light. It's a fire festival. There's different ways to practice this. I mean, some people will just simply have a little bit of food, maybe drink, light a few candles, bonfire, jump over the bonfire. Some simplistic things. Then you also have some more, big celebrations. Over in Europe, they will actually, not everyone, but there is a group in Europe who essentially wears nothing but a loincloth, male and female, and they paint their bodies all red, have torches, get drunk and plastered, and run around all night. So it's very, very different depending on who's celebrating practicing. So, very interesting. Well, one of the conversations that I ended up having today was this person that I know who happens to celebrate Beltane. They were under the impression that most people don't even know what it is. I'm like, no. I was like, there's got to be more people in our area that celebrate Beltane and stuff like that. And they were under the impression, nope, no one even knows what it is. So I took that challenge, asked about 30 different people if they've ever heard of the word Beltane or know what it is. And I had responses of, what? No? Beltane? Bolton? What'd you say? And I'm like, whoa. Even in that small sample group of like 30 people, not one of them even knew what it was. Not that I expect everybody to know what it is. Not that I expect everybody to go around practicing or anything like that. It just never occurred to me that people have a tendency to focus in. And the reason I bring up all the other stuff as far as like diversity and treating each other differently and things like that is this same person I was having conversations with, and they were talking about the fact that they happen to be female, that females are treated differently. They don't always get the same jobs or the same pay as men tend to get. Now, this is not always the case, and this person's aware of this as well. In some cases, they get paid more, etc. It doesn't, it's not always an issue or a concern that just because she's female, she feels like she's going to get less or not get hired. And I thought it was interesting that even occurred. I actually had these conversations before. So at my job, I'm a manager, and I have 2 females that work for me, and I have 2 males. And it never occurred to me to take into consideration how they looked, the color of their skin, even question or bring up or ask about their sexuality, or the fact that they're male or female. That never occurred to me. Honestly, I don't even care about a degree. I care more about skill set. Can you intelligently talk about the job? Can you describe to me and explain the importance of the SDLC life cycle, the software development life cycle itself? Can you tell me about Agile or Waterfall or different methodologies and why they're important or what's essential for these? Can you demonstrate writing a test case or a defect? Show me your format. Talk to me about your process of how you go about determining if something is a defect. If you are an engineer, can you do automation, and can you write automation scripts in Java, which is what we currently use where I'm at the moment. If you're going to do API testing in Postman, can you write JavaScript? Things like that. SQL, can you query a SQL database, specifically a Postgres database? Can you write your own SQL queries, or can you edit ones that exist? These skill sets and the abilities to do the job and demonstrate the ability to do the job are important to me. The rest is irrelevant. Actually, one of the software quality engineers happens to be female. Never even occurred to me that would ever pop up in anyone's mind as, that's a female. To me, that's an employee. That's someone who can do the job and do it well. And it just, I guess it boggles my mind, because I was arguing over this fact about the male versus female thing, and my wife specifically said that she's even run into incidences where people treat her differently for being female. And I'm just like, what? Really? Today, I feel like we've evolved beyond treating each other differently over stupid things, and apparently we haven't, and that is depressing as shit. Now, that's not to say I'm the only person who is completely oblivious to some of these things. I mean, I'm sure there are many others. I guess I was just surprised that it wasn't as commonplace as I thought it was. Just like with Beltane, the knowledge of the different days, even the equinoxes or the solstices, not the knowledge of them existing. I don't care if people don't know how to practice them or practice them. Just even knowing that they exist, it's just like, wow, am I really in this much of a box that I'm arguing with people and it really isn't the norm? I guess I'm just oblivious. Must live too much of a hermit's life that apparently people are still jackasses to each other based upon superficial stuff. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't feel like, at least to me, I don't feel like your sex or sexual preference or religion or skin color is going to determine who you are. Your upbringing, how you are treated by other people, and how you react to those interactions, and what you've gone through in life, and how much effort you put forth. To me, I feel like that determines who you are, not any of these other items. Well, I mean, I guess religion to a certain degree, because the moralities that you're taught through religion, or by not being religious, and those types of moralities that you're taught, I can understand that having some influence, but I don't understand how people tend to cluster and group people together based upon other stuff, like being white or black or yellow or red or whatever other skin tones or variations. How does that affect who you are? Other than maybe you could give the argument of a cultural upbringing, but again, I don't think that goes hand in hand with the way you look. I don't understand that. I can't comprehend that. To me, I can't wrap my head around it. Same thing with being male or female. It's like a person's a person. These predefined roles of how you're expected to act and be and look, it's just mind-boggling to me. For example, if a woman wants to shave her legs and wear makeup, that's fine. If she doesn't, yeah, that's still fine. Vice versa. If a guy wants to shave his legs and wear makeup, that's fine. Seriously, it is. There's no reason they can't. Why are we prejudging and determining how other people should behave? The things we should be concerned about is who we are, how we handle ourselves and interact with the world around us, not what other people are doing unless it is causing harm, actual harm. If someone is physically harming you, like attacking you, making you bleed, threatening your life, whatever, that is a concern. Seeing someone else have that done to them as a society is a concern. But someone making a lifestyle choice or expressing themselves or just DNA, how is that a concern? Why does it matter? Why is it an issue in any way, shape, or form? Wow. So yeah, just happy Beltane. If you don't know what it is, you at least know a little bit about it now. Many different ways to practice it. With this day of life and celebration, I recommend to you, as the viewer, to take a few moments and just see people for who they are, judge them based upon their actions, and nothing superficial. And, yeah, be aware that there's other practices and beliefs and ways of being, and it's okay. It's all right. So that's my little rant / happy Beltane to y'all. Thanks for watching. Remember, click the thumb up, like and subscribe, and don't forget that little bell notification icon. Bye for now.